Free Japan Channel number 48. Today, September 29th, Sunday. The time is 8 p.m. Good evening, dear listeners. I'm now broadcasting this FGC here in Mimasaka, Okayama Prefecture in Japan. Today's topic is, of course, about Japanese new leader, Ishiba Shigeru. Ishiba was elected last Friday as the top of Liberal Democratic Party, which is the majority party in Japanese politics. He was elected as the top of LDP, which means he will be the next prime minister after Kishida. Therefore, after Kishida administration will come Ishiba administration. Then, who is Shigeru Ishiba? Ishiba is very famous for his knowledge about military and foreign affairs. Therefore, we can expect from this new leader to be familiar with foreign affairs and military aspect. Here in Japan, there is a defense force, Japanese defense force. This is effectively army and navy. However, according to Japanese constitution, Japan doesn't have army whatsoever. Therefore, these so-called army and navy, so defense force, is now operated by the concept that these are not military, but they are the special police force. This is a very strange definition when we see the reality of Japan. Japanese defense force is unmistakably army and navy. They have so much capability about military operation. Therefore, we should amend the present Japanese constitution as soon as possible, because it doesn't mention the Japanese defense force, because the Japanese constitution was enacted immediately after the defeat of World War II for Japan, Pacific War. Therefore, at that time, Japanese old army and navy was abolished, and there were no army, no navy at all. Present Japanese constitution reflects the situation of 1946. However, after the Korean War, Japanese government decided to establish a kind of army and navy, and the United States government also approved of it, and this force became the present defense force, which has so much military capability. Ishiba is, in this respect, very reliable because he knows well about the military and foreign affairs, and he became the defense minister many times. Then, about economic policy, how is Ishiba's policy? Ishiba advocates that Japanese national budget should be balanced. Should be balanced means here that Japanese government can't issue national bond freely, because if the Japanese government continue to issue the national bond limitlessly, then uncontrollable inflation will appear in the long run. This is the opinion of many LDP politicians, including Ishiba. Therefore, Ishiba's cabinet will support the economic policy that Japanese budget will be limited. Now, looking back, Abe administration enlarged the scale of Japanese budget because former Prime Minister Abe issued so much national bond, and Mr. Abe wanted to stir up the Japanese economic activities. Ishiba's economic policy is different from this so-called Abenomics. Ishiba asserts that Japanese budget should not be expanded without any limit. No. Rather, he insists that the balanced budget and balanced issue of national bond should be moderate. In coming October, new cabinet, Ishiba cabinet, will start. We cannot say exactly how this new administration will be. However, the 2 points, namely defensive policy and economic policy, these 2 policies should be paid attention to, not only by the media, but also by every citizen here in Japan. Thank you.